Hello everybody, this is Dr. McBrick. Welcome to Figsdale Volume 3. This is the third update on our experimental city that we're doing. If you remember, we are building out the basement, or part of the basement, into about a 20 by 25 room that'll be strictly for Lego building and for a huge Lego city. Until then, we have our Lego city kind of experiment going, and we're using this city to kind of experiment with placement, to experiment with buildings, such as we built these palm trees, and I think they came along real well. Some of the kind of vegetation work, practicing on water work and making the water look halfway decent and stuff. So anyway, so we will be giving you updates on this city. Oops, something happened to our bell. The Liberty Bell has crashed, ladies and gentlemen. We will be giving you updates on our city periodically. So here's what we have so far. If you notice, there's a little carnival going on with some of the costume guys, a pizza truck. It looks like Elvis and Batgirl and Harley are kind of getting pizza. Anyway, we added our new Taco Tuesday mock, which I'm just very excited about. Love the Taco Tuesday mock that I built. If I do say so myself, it's it's not perfect, but I made a goal of making it out of only bricks I have in my supply, and so it turned out pretty nicely. We also have right over here, which I don't really have any place to put because of the color scheme, but in the city, the big city, once we build out the room downstairs, there's a nice bike share station mock that my daughter and I built. So anyway, so we have Taco Tuesdays. There's a little deck there, a dock. I don't like it. It needs to be raised up one, so it has some three-dimensional look to it. But anyway, there'll be water all along through here, and Taco Tuesday will be right on the water. I'll put a little fencing and stuff like that up and some things. That'll be that. It looks like our cactus guy. Shh! Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. He'll blend in right there. Anyway. So we have that going. We have a few things happening in the city. There I am, I guess, talking to a ballerina. Oh, there's a conversation going on over here. Let me see if I can hear that. You know, that new guy has a short fuse. Yeah, I know. He just explodes for no reason. Okay. Anyway, that was my my dry attempt at humor. I apologize for that, but actually I don't. Anyway, so here's what's happening in the city. Some pictures being taken of a nice family there, that sort of thing. Some buses coming through. Again, we've been working on the roads, doing the blacktop roads instead of the plates from Lego. We think these look a lot nicer. My goal is to really kind of use tiles and bricks for everything, and so you don't see a lot of the studs like you see here and stuff. I think for grass it works out okay, but for everything else it's kind of nice to tile up. But then again, that gets pretty expensive. We have the Fahiki over there, and it looks like Julie Newmar, the original Catwoman from the original Batman series, is coming out of there. Here's construction. This is where the road ends. So there's a guy diligently working on constructing the road. And then, of course, there's the diner. We moved the diner. What we did was we moved the diner next to the Palace Cinema. And then we have a nice alleyway right there. I don't like to smush all the buildings together. I mean, even though, whoa, all of these are smushed. Once we build the larger city, I think I'm going to move some of them apart and have some kind of like this with the Assembly Square, more of a fountain or walkways and stuff in between some of the buildings. Some of the buildings work, you know, like the barbershop and this condo right here works right next to the fire station and stuff. But there are some buildings that it would be nice, you know, if they had something in between them. So anyway, so what I did over here was by the Fahiki Tiki restaurant, I put a walkway in between the Palace Cinema and the diner, and I think that gives some nice height. They're also similar in color. They have similar colors in them in terms of the tan. And are light, and then what I did was another alleyway. I haven't tiled that or fixed that yet, but then I added Smitty's auto repair shop mock that I did, I think that goes nicely there. So when I put some tile in there and make kind of a drive, it'll almost be kind of like overflow for Smitty's and stuff. And I think that'll work out well. Smitty's, I think, looks good right there because, again, being a porcelain building from the 50s, it kind of goes up against the nice curvature of the diner. And then look at all of this right here. Oh my goodness. I have all of this to play with, and I think what I'm going to do is they'll probably be here will be one of the will be a gas station car wash type of thing to kind of complement Smitty's, and then all of this I'm going to make, of course, the road will come through here, but then all of this right here I'm going to make into parks. So I'm going to extend this greenery and put it all through here. All this white stuff back here and on will be water. There'll be a kind of a port, not a port, but a nice lake right here. And then way behind, way back here, Mom always told me not to point, sorry. Way back there will be, the city will wrap around it and stuff. So anyway, so that's going to be a nice park, kind of where that porta potty is. There'll be a nice park in through here with maybe a large fountain and things like that. And this will be kind of the old town square. As you see, as we start to come into some of the 50s style buildings, I want to make this kind of the old town square from the 50s. And so it'll have some of those reminiscent looks in architecture and stuff like that. And then as you start moving, because then you have the 60s with the tiki bar, and then of course you go back in to a lot of the olden days in terms of 30s and 40s and a lot of the construction back here. So the idea is to kind of have old construction, old city construction, and then as the city grows, you start to get into some buildings, and you know the idea is that you would have torn down the lot over here. These two buildings here would have stayed from the 50s. The palace would have been there from the 30s probably, so anyway. That's pretty much it with the city of Figsdale right now. Again, we're just kind of experimenting with some textures, with some placements, with some building techniques and stuff like that. So far, nothing major in the city. You know, we like the way it's turned out so far. We're enjoying building it, and we hope that you enjoy watching it. If you want to see many more pictures of Figsdale and all of my mocks and everything that I do, please check out my Instagram. My Instagram is Dr. McBrick, and I post 2, 3, 4, sometimes 10 pictures a day of different poses, different minifigures, different mocks and things like that, and much more than what you see here on the video. So with that, have a great day. Dr. McBrick signing out.